Hello and welcome to the course of Power Transmission Engineering. In this unit, the performance of transmission line. Today we are going to study about the performance of medium transmission line. In the previous class, we have analyzed a nominal T circuit. Now we will analyze the nominal pi circuit. Okay. So in a nominal pi circuit, you have the total impedance that is lumped at the center. The total series impedance is lumped at the center, whereas the shunt admittance is divided into two halves. For the receiving end and the sending end. So this is sending end voltage Vs. Vs is the sending end voltage. Vr is the receiving end voltage. Z is the series impedance. Is is sending end current. IR is receiving end current. This is half admittance at the receiving end capacitor. This is half admittance of sending end capacitor. The current through this capacitor is taken as ICR. The current through this capacitor at the sending end is taken as ICS. Let us assume the current through the series impedance is I dash. Okay. So this is the circuit which we are going to analyze. Here you can see the series impedance is lumped at the center. The admittance is divided into two halves for the sending end and the receiving end. Vs is the sending end voltage, Is is the sending end current, Vr is the receiving end voltage, Ir is the receiving end current, ICR is the capacitor at the receiving end current, ICS is the current through the capacitor at sending end. Okay. I dash we are assuming the current through the series impedance. Okay. Now we have to analyze this circuit. So for that, what are the equations that are governing this? So the voltage across this capacitor is VR. This is the current flowing through this impedance is I dash. The voltage across this capacitor is Vs. So you can write Vs is equal to I dash into Z plus VR, because this is voltage is VR, this is I dash Z, which is nothing but the voltage across this capacitor, that is Vs. Okay. Now you apply the KCL equations here. At this point, if you apply KCL equation, sum of currents entering is equal to sum of currents leaving. Therefore, I dash is equal to ICR plus IR. All these are phasors, but for simplicity I am not showing this symbol, but generally all these are AC quantities. AC quantities we have to take the phasor sum, not the scalar sum. Okay. And similarly, if you apply KCL at this point, the source current Is is equal to ICS, that is the current flowing through this capacitor plus current flowing through this branch I dash. You substitute this here, you get Is is equal to ICS plus ICR plus IR. Okay. Now let us draw the phasor diagram for this given circuit. For that, again we have to take the voltage VR as the reference. The receiving end voltage VR is taken as reference. This is the receiving end voltage VR. Now IR lags VR by an angle phi r, because most of the loads are lagging power factor loads. So let me take this as IR which is a lagging power factor load, and this angle is phi r. Now the voltage across this capacitor is same as receiving end voltage. Okay, this angle is phi r, the power factor at the power factor angle at the receiving end. So ICR is the current flowing through this capacitor. We know that in a capacitor the current will be leading the voltage by 90 degrees. So with respect to reference, you draw a current IC this is current IC perpendicular to VR. This is current IC perpendicular to VR. So from this equation, what is ICR plus IR? So to this IR you add ICR. So this is ICR. So what is IR plus ICR? The phasor sum is I dash. So this is the current I dash. Okay. Now I dash into Z plus VR will give Vs. So from this equation, Vs is nothing but I dash into Z plus VR. So this is I dash. Now I dash will be R, will be in the same direction. So we add it to here, to VR. You add a line that is parallel to this, like this. So you add one line. This will be I dash into R, capital R, which is the resistance R here. This is series reactance XL. So this is J into XL. So if you add VR and I dash into Z into I dash, so this will be I dash into Z. So VR plus I dash into Z. What is VR plus I dash into Z? It is nothing but Vs. So this is Vs. So if you draw a line starting from origin to this point, you will get Vs. This phasor is supply voltage Vs. Now we have to draw the phasor of Is. What is Is? Is is sending end current, that is I dash plus ICS. Now you can see the voltage across this ICS is nothing but Vs. So ICS will be leading Vs by an angle of 90 degrees. So with respect to Vs, you draw a current that is perpendicular to this. So you get this is ICS, which is 90 degrees with respect to Vs, which is 90 degrees leading with respect to Vs. So you add that current ICS to I dash, the resultant current will be IS. This is the current IS. The angle between Vs and Is is called sending end power factor phi s. Sending end power factor phi s. So this is the phasor diagram for the given circuit. Okay. Now let us do the analysis. We have to find out what is Vs and Is in terms of VR and IR. So let us proceed with these equations. So here you have the formula for ICR. You need to find ICR. ICR is equal to the voltage across this is VR into the admittance is Y by 2, because capacitor current is given by formula voltage into admittance. So ICR is equal to VR into Y by 2. Therefore what will be I dash? I dash will be VR into Y by 2 plus IR. Clear? There is nothing but this ICR is substituted in this equation. Clear? Now you substitute the value of this I dash in this equation. Vs is equal to I dash into Z plus VR. So you substitute here. So Vs is equal to I dash is VR Y by 2 plus IR into Z plus VR. You resolve this, you will get, so VR 1 plus Y by 2, 1 plus Y into Z divided by 2 into VR plus Z into IR. So this is Vs. So we got the voltage Vs in terms of, VR and IR. Z into IR. Now we need to find out what is Is in terms of VR and IR. Okay. So what is Is? Is is ICS plus ICR plus IR. ICR is VR into Y by 2. ICS is Vs into Y by 2. So ICS can be written as Vs into Y by 2, because ICS is the current flowing through this capacitor having an admittance Y by 2. Therefore current is equal to voltage into admittance for a capacitor. Therefore you substitute this equation, these two, you substitute here, you will get the equation of Is. Therefore Is is equal to, what is ICS? Vs into Y by 2. All these are phasors, but for simplicity I am not representing these dashes, just for simplicity. Okay, all these are phasors. Vs into Y by 2 plus I dash. What is I dash? ICR plus IR. So ICR is VR into Y by 2 plus IR. All of you are able to follow this equation. Is is equal to ICS plus I dash. ICS is Vs into Y by 2, so that is written here. I dash is nothing but IR plus ICR. I dash is equal to IR plus ICR. ICR is VR into Y by 2, that is written here, plus IR, that is written here. So Vs we have here, but we want Is in terms of VR and IR. But Vs we have resolved here. So substitute that Vs here. So in this equation, if you substitute, you will get Is is equal to, you substitute that entire equation, 1 plus Yz by 2 into VR plus Z into IR. Okay, this is Vs into Y by 2 plus VR into Y by 2 plus IR. Clear? Now you can take the VR terms common and ZR terms common and IR terms common. So you will get Is is equal to, this is 1 plus Yz by 2 into VR. Here you have VR into Y by 2. So what you will get? 1 plus yz by 2 into y by 2 plus Vr into y by 2 whole multiplied by Vr. That means I have taken all the Vr terms common. Okay, this is 1 plus yz by 2 into y by 2 into Vr plus y by 2 into Vr. So this is the coefficient of Vr. Now we have to take the coefficients of IR. So here you have IR yz by 2, okay, plus 1, this one into IR. So let us rewrite these equations here. IS, so I write IS is equal to, this is 1 plus yz by 2 into yz by 2. So one y by 2 is here, another y by 2 is here. So y by 2 plus y by 2 will give y, okay, plus yz by 4 into y. If you take out y common from this, you will get y into 1 plus yz by 4. So this can be written as y into 1 plus yz by 4. See, here there is 1 y by 2, here there is 1 y by 2, y by 2 plus y by 2 will be y. If you take out that y common, you will get 1 plus yz by 2 y into 1 plus yz by 4 into Vr. And here it is, you can directly write 1 plus yz by 2 into IR. So now we got the voltage and current in terms of the sending end voltage and sending end current in terms of Vr and IR. Now comparing this with the two-port network. Suppose you have a two-port network having ABCD parameters. This is the input port having sending end current and sending end voltage. This is receiving port having receiving end voltage and receiving end current. We have seen that Vs can be written as A into Vr plus B into IR, and Is is equal to C into Vr plus B into IR, and it should satisfy the condition that determinant AB, sorry, this is D, AD minus BC must be equal to 1 and A must be equal to D. So compare these two equations with this. You can write as Vs and Is in a matrix form like this. This is Vs, Is. What is A? A is coefficient of Vr in the equation Vs. What is this? 1 plus yz by 2. So you can write 1 plus yz upon 2. In the equation Vs, what is B? Coefficient of IR. That can be written as Z. What is the coefficient of Vr? In Is, it is y into 1 plus yz by 4, and A must be equal to D, therefore 1 plus yz by 2 multiplied by Vr into IR. So this is the equation that is giving the relation between receiving end voltage current and sending end voltage and current. Now we have to determine the performance of this nominal pi circuit and compare it with the nominal T circuit. Okay, for that we need to determine what is the voltage regulation and the efficiency of this transmission line. Okay. So we have seen what is efficiency. Efficiency is ratio of power at receiving end upon power at receiving end plus losses plus I square or losses. You want percentage, multiply with 100. So here efficiency percentage is equal to, suppose P is the total power that is at the receiving end, because of all the three lines, generally three phase lines are used for transmission of power, divided by P plus 3 into, you can see that I dash is the current flowing through the resistance R. I dash is the current. So you have to substitute I dash here square multiplied by R, which gives the total copper loss in the transmission line. Okay, so this is the losses 3 into I dash square into R. Okay, next you have to calculate what is percentage regulation. This is efficiency, voltage regulation. Okay, so percentage regulation, we know that it is defined as voltage at the receiving end at no load minus voltage at the receiving at full load upon the full load rated receiving end voltage. So in order to that, let us draw the circuit in order to find out what is the no load voltage at the receiving end at no load, that is the voltage across receiving end at no load. So if there is no load, you can take IR is equal to 0. So this is the admittance Y by 2, this is admittance Y by 2, but however this voltage is Vs, this is series impedance Z, this is admittance Y by 2 and there is no load, therefore this is receiving end at no load, the voltage is VR dash. Okay, you apply voltage division rule, two impedances are connected across a, two impedances in series are connected to a source, therefore the voltage VR dash is equal to total voltage Vs multiplied by the resistance of the same, the impedance of the same branch is nothing but reciprocal of admittance, impedance is reciprocal of admittance, so you will get 2 by Y upon Z plus 2 by Y. Okay, so what you will get this, you solve it, you will get Vs into 1 plus 1 by 1 plus Yz by 2. This is VR dash. From this you can calculate what is regulation. What is the regulation? Percentage regulation is equal to VR dash minus VR by VR multiplied by 100 at constant supply voltage and frequency. So this is about the performance of medium transmission line using the nominal pi circuit. Here, to summarize, initially we have taken a nominal pi circuit which is having total series impedance, resistance and inductance lumped at the center, and then there are two capacitors that are halved and put at the sending end and the receiving end, and then we draw the phasor diagram based on the equations. So from the phasor diagram it is clear that this is the receiving end voltage which is taken as reference. You add the admittance, you add the impedance of the series branch, you get the sending end voltage and the sending end current. Similarly, using KCL equations, derive the relation between currents and represent them in the phasor diagram. Further, you solve the equations and finally you get the sending end current and the sending end voltage in terms of receiving end voltage and current, and the parameters ABCD parameters which satisfy the given condition for the two-port networks. Okay, and then after finding out these voltage and current relationships, you have to find out the performance by using these formulas to find out the efficiency and percentage voltage regulation. Okay, there are two more configurations in the nominal pi circuit. There are two more configurations, you can see them here. This configuration is, you have a series impedance here, and then you have a total admittance that is at the sending end. This is Vs, this is Vr. You have total admittance that is lumped at the sending end. This is called sending end capacitor model. Similarly, you can take the total admittance at the receiving end also. This is receiving end capacitor model. But however, if you analyze these circuits, it is observed that the errors in the calculation of efficiency and regulation are large. Therefore, these methods are seldom used. We go with only the nominal pi and the nominal T method for analyzing the performance of medium transmission line. Okay, so with this we complete the short and medium transmission line. In the next class, we will do the numericals that are based on the nominal T method and nominal pi method, and we will evaluate which one is the best method for analyzing the medium transmission line. Okay, which one is optimistic method and which one is the pessimistic method, which is more preferably used for practical purposes. Thank you.